I love carbs. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be totally honest. I hate this idea of giving up all the foods that I love. I hate the idea of dieting. So then would it be all right now if I showed you how I actually increased my energy, I got rid of this unwanted fat, and I optimized my metabolism, all without giving up any of my favorite foods? I mean, who here needs to lose weight? Maybe lose fat? I think almost everyone. So this idea is one of the biggest, most important ideas in H40. Your metabolic system is the foundational system in your body. How well your metabolism is working is going to dictate how healthy you are. It's as simple as that. And instead of feeling like we're stuck with the metabolism that we have right now, we can change it. I don't think most people get that simple truth. Your metabolism is either getting worse or getting better with every single choice that you make. And the easiest way to improve it is to increase your metabolic flexibility. It's your body's ability to just move back and forth between using different macros for fuel. So primarily your body wants to use carbs and fat. And we actually want our bodies to be able to use both. And there's a simple reason why this is just not happening for most of us, because the body actually prefers to use carbs first for energy over fat. And most people have no problem eating a ton of carbs all day long. So they have very little metabolic flexibility. So their body is never shifting to fat burning mode. Let me just take a quick step back and explain what happens when we eat a carb. So here goes. So the body will immediately convert carbs to sugar in the bloodstream. And that's why your blood glucose is gonna spike. It's gonna increase, sometimes pretty dramatically, when we eat the wrong types of foods. And then the pancreas is going to produce insulin. So this hormone is gonna help the cells throughout the body use this glucose for energy, like right now. Or it's gonna store it in the liver or the muscles as glycogen to be used as energy later on down the road. But what really happens here is that most of us just continue to eat more carbs. And the liver primarily, and then the muscles, they get full of glycogen, and then all that excess, anything extra, is just converted to fat. That's like the body's fat switch. That's why metabolic doctors agree that carbs are actually the main source of body fat. So then if we want to lose fat and even add some muscle if we're weight training, and that may sound too good to be true, but it isn't. It's really all possible if we eat right and increase our metabolic flexibility, and we can do that through carb fasting. I wrote a book on this called The Fat Switch, and I'm gonna give it to you for free. I want you to read it, to share it, give it to anybody that you think would wanna be healthier. It's gonna spell everything out. So think of carb fasting a little bit like carb cycling, if you've ever heard that term. So carb cycling is when we're gonna eat low, mid, or a high amount of carbs each day. But carb fasting is a little bit different. It's much simpler, easier to actually do in real life. So we're gonna eat proteins and fats one day, and then a regular amount of carbs the next day. And that's it. We're just gonna rotate like that. So the main idea here is that we get the body to switch to fat burning mode by having, let's say, 24 or 36-hour periods where we're just very much limiting our carbs. I look at it this way. So right now, my main goal is to maintain or slightly increase my lean muscle mass. And I wanna lose a little bit more body fat. And I wanna keep my energy levels way up. So what I do is I carb fast just 2 to 3 days a week. I've tried keto and paleo before, and at first I lost some weight, but I also lost a ton of energy and just found these diets to be unsustainable long-term. I believe that dieting is hard. I actually hate that word because it signals restraint, lack, this struggle. But carb fasting, it's not a diet at all. It's like a dietary approach. By limiting your carb intake 2 to 3 days a week, a couple things are happening. So I'm getting rid of all the sugar in my bloodstream and my liver and my muscles, and then I'm forcing my body to improve its metabolic flexibility because it's switching to burning fat almost exclusively for this 1 to 2 day period. And maybe you've seen this little device. It's called a lumen, and it measures whether your body is using fat or carbs for energy at any single moment in time. So we put it in our mouth, we simply breathe in, hold it, and then we breathe out. And it's gonna actually measure the carbon dioxide in our breath. It's gonna give you a pretty accurate gauge of what fuel source your body is currently using, like right now. And I notice when I don't eat carbs for around 24 hours or so that my body switches to almost complete fat burning mode. And I know this because it's really the only thing that I've changed in my health routine over the past year, and it's allowed me to lose 21 pounds and 23 pounds of fat. Well, wait, how does that work? If I lost 21 total pounds, but 23 pounds of fat, that means I've actually gained 2 pounds of muscle, which is exactly what we want. And I just feel great. It works, and it's gonna work for you too if on the days that you're able to eat carbs, you try to be smart. You're gonna eat complex carbs and whole foods, like healthy stuff, not a lot of processed or junk food. But here at Freedomology, we believe that balance is like the real superpower. So I think it's incredibly important to work foods that you love into your diet each week. Like if you like pizza or cheeseburgers, then it's fine as long as you don't overdo it, right? Instead of eating the whole pizza, maybe eat 2 or 3 slices on days that you're gonna eat carbs. So here's then how we could, realistically approach this. You could just skip carbs for 1 meal a day if you don't really have that much weight or fat to lose. Or if you definitely know you need to lose fat, lose weight, then you could pick, let's say, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as your carb fasting days. So this is gonna give your body a chance to actually switch to ketosis or burning more fat. That's what we do here in the Clement household. Or if you have like a lot of weight to lose, a lot of fat, and you're really committed, you could choose to carb fast, let's say 4 or 5 days a week, like maybe during the week, and then you're gonna eat your carbs on the weekends. Yeah, in our community, we found that for so many people, this kind of approach to life, to eating, is just so much less demoralizing. Like they can actually do it. We can fast from carbs today, knowing that tomorrow we're going to be able to eat some carbs. And remember, we recommend healthy whole foods, like carbs that actually fuel your body, fuel your energy. It's just more doable to eat like this. We have literally thousands of people in our community that have started carb fasting, which, by the way, your call to action for today is to get access to the Fat Switch book. You're gonna realize that you really just need to adjust your diet a little bit, and then everything is gonna fall into place.